I don't want to say this is Rhode Island, but it's like Rhode Island that they let it get this far.
After nearly 2 months of chaos, federal officials coming from Washington, D.C. to see the Washington Bridge for themselves and say the fix could take a year or two to complete if they have to rebuild.
If they bring down the bridge, that's a disaster. Yet you want a healthy, well-engineered bridge.
This week, engineers and planners are analyzing traffic patterns, trying to figure out the most effective way to set up the area in the meantime. Still, residents are not confident in the state's leadership.
I'm a little discouraged by the governor's response. At times he said, we're just not talking about this or that at the time.
And one ABC6 News viewer voicing her concerns on our Now Local News app.
I think some of the concerning things with the Washington Bridge situation have to do with how fast things were closed down, how unclear it was to the public, how there was just no transparency in when things would open back up, how serious the situation was. And now half the bridge is still open, which hopefully that's okay.
People in areas like Wayland Square tell me large trucks have taken to cutting through the city to avoid the bridge traffic. They say what once was a peaceful neighborhood is now anything but.
So the trucks are smart because they don't want to get in traffic, so they come by at 3 in the morning. So we hear them rumbling down, and it's terrible because they're digging up our streets.
Now, Providence Mayor Brett Smiley is asking those truckers to remain on the highway instead of rerouting into the local neighborhoods and creating a disturbance. We're live in Providence. Caitlin Gelhaus, ABC6 News.
Caitlin, thank you. If you see news happening in your neighborhood, you can send it to us through our Now Local News app. Your videos can earn you points, which you can then exchange for gift cards and other prizes. And we may even show your videos right here on ABC6 News. To download the app, just scan the QR code that you see right there on your screen or search Now Local News wherever you get your apps.
Time for a check of our forecast. Let's bring in Storm Tracker meteorologist Bill Guile, who joins us live in the Weather Center. A bit disappointing today when it comes to the weather. Will the sun be brighter tomorrow?
It will start to improve as we go through the day tomorrow. And in fact, if you were further to the west today, you were in the sunshine all day long for the most part with just a few clouds around. This is really a very local phenomenon that was taking place pretty much the eastern half of Rhode Island around that 295 corridor and down 95 south and east of there all the way to the Cape. You were under the cloud cover and maybe even some snow flurries, which we are seeing going on right now out towards the Cape Cod Canal. Sandwich has got a bit of flurry activity going on. Falmouth's reporting a steadier period of light snow at the moment. But that's what's going to continue to play out off and on. It's ocean effect snow flurries and some clouds that are just going to stay with us right through the first half of tomorrow anyway. And you can see the temperatures are cooler under the cloud cover out towards the Cape now, 32, 33 degrees right now. But if you're around Providence, we're looking at mid-30s at this hour, and there are some breaks in the clouds across the region. The further west you are, the brighter the sky is as we're getting ready for sunset. Now, temperatures are going to coast down through the low 30s tonight. We'll stay with a mainly cloudy sky, and again, there'll be some flurries off to the east. So if you happen to be around Plymouth, around that midnight hour, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, might see a snow flurry or two, but not really expecting much to accumulate. Overnight lows tonight dropping mostly to the upper 20s and low 30s with a mainly cloudy sky and the flurries lingering through southeastern Mass. For tomorrow, we start out with clouds in the morning, but there will be increasing amounts of sunshine developing as we head into the afternoon. That'll be taking our temperatures into the upper 30s. Now, coming up in a little bit, we're going to take a closer look at those flurries that will be taking place tonight out on the Cape especially. The next threat for any rain showers to come our way, and also going to talk about a warming trend heading into the weekend. Tiffany.
Ooh, that warming trend. I'm looking forward to that. Thanks, Bill. New tonight at 5 o'clock, firefighters in Fall River spent the early morning hours battling a blaze in the area near Kennedy Park. That call for help came in around 2 o'clock this morning, saying flames could be seen coming from the woods off of Club Street. Crews got there. They found a small camp with that fire burning a tent and then part of the nearby fence. They managed to put it out in about 30 minutes. Thankfully, no one was hurt. The fire is believed to be an accident.
Now to some other local stories we're following for you on this Tuesday evening. Police in Bellingham need your help finding the person behind a recent break-in. Surveillance footage you're seeing on your screen shows a suspect walking right into a garage in the middle of the night. If you think you recognize this person or you know anything about this crime, you're asked to call Bellingham Police. A career criminal from Providence sentenced to federal prison for selling drugs in Rhode Island. 61-year-old John Walker was caught after undercover DEA agents arranged a drug deal with him some 2 years ago. Agents wound up recovering more than a pound of meth and over 60 grams of fentanyl. Walker had over a dozen prior convictions for crimes ranging from bank robbery to domestic violence. He was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison.
AG Peter Nerona settling a case for Rhode Islanders impacted by the opioid epidemic. According to the AG, marketing company Publix Health will pay $350 million in that settlement on a national level. Rhode Island will get $1.5 million of that. That money will go toward the state's opioid abatement fund, which addresses the impacts of the drug.
Trending now at 5 o'clock. Emotional moments today at the Rhode Island Blood Center in Warwick. A person with sickle cell anemia was able to meet the people who've been giving blood to him for years. ABC 6 News reporter Yanni Trigelis picks up the story from there.
A heartfelt moment in Warwick Tuesday.
It was very emotional to think that I'll actually be able to meet my donors face to face.
Alexander Ramos meeting 5 of the people who donate blood to him every month at the Warwick, Rhode Island Blood Center location, getting to shake the hands of the people who have helped to save his life.
Able to see your faces is actually a pretty nice feeling. And I guess I'll be getting some of your donations this week, right? Got an appointment on Thursday.
For Ramos, a senior justice studies major at Rhode Island College who dreams of going to law school after graduation, getting to meet the people who have helped him with his transfusions, inspiring him to keep pushing.
I got to keep going, and that's kind of how I've always lived my life. Was, I got to make people proud. I got to make myself proud, make my family proud, make people that helped me and brought me up proud.
And that moment inspiring not just for Alexander and his mother, but for the donors as well, finally putting a face to the donations they've been making all this time.
All my life I was taught to share my blessings, and I'm grateful that this shared blessing helps to save lives. Thank you.
And for the team at the Rhode Island Blood Center, moments like these make it all worth it.
Today I hit that I-195 Washington Bridge traffic, and it's meaningless when I hear your story. None of that matters.
The blood transfusions Alexander receives truly a lifeline for him, keeping him healthy and out of the hospital. And in most instances, donors and recipients never meet. But for Alex, he's been able to grow closer and closer to his donors as time has gone on.
I could just send a little privatized message to my donors, and that felt different once I started doing that. And then, so this kind of is the step above that.
Reporting from Warwick, Yanni Trigelis, ABC 6 News.
Coming up on ABC 6 News at 5, the major hurdle cleared in federal cases against former President Donald Trump. We'll tell you what's next in that battle.
And what is happening in Congress? Senate Republicans are now threatening to block a border security bill they helped write. Why the sudden shift? You're watching ABC 6, Southern New England's trusted news source.
Download the Now Local News app today and upload your pics and videos. You could see your very own story on the air and earn points towards rewards and gift cards.
Are you ready for something new? For a fresh start to help plan your day? Wake up with us and we'll get you up to speed with breaking news and weather and real-time traffic reports.
I have 2 options for you to take a look at.
When it's time for an update or complete remodel.
Just watch yourself there. So here, guys, we're going to rip everything down to the stud.
Rebath is with you every step of the way, from design and products to removal and installation.
Okay, what do you guys think?
Perfect.
It is, right?
We handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or see special offers on rebath.com.
If something doesn't feel right to you, call Attorney O'Due, a new face to the law. You've got questions, he's got answers. Injured? Don't let it linger. Bad employer? Contact your lawyer. Every case our firm handles starts with a free consultation, so call today.
Somerset Liquors, quality spirits priced right. For the largest selection of beer and wine and all types of liquor coming anytime. Our staff is helpful and our prices are great. So stop in and let us help you celebrate. Somerset Liquors, quality spirits.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new AbEX from Sonobello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is very difficult to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sonobello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing AbEX from Sonobello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
AbEX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck because that overhang you mentioned becomes flat and tight fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now to learn more about AbEX by Sonobello. Call 1-888-908-3892 or go to sonobello.com.
This Black History Month, tune in to Good Morning Providence on ABC6 for Diversity, Making a Difference. We will have live interviews with influential Black Rhode Islanders every Friday in February.
Taking a look at national news at 5 o'clock, the mother of the teen who killed 4 students at a Michigan high school more than 2 years ago has been found guilty of all 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. The prosecution argued Jennifer Crumbly is responsible for that shooting because she was grossly negligent in giving a gun to her son Ethan, who was just 15. She also failed to get him proper mental health treatment despite warning signs. She faces up to 15 years in prison.
A mountain of discovery evidence regarding the alleged Gilgo Beach serial killer handed over to his defense team in court today. Rex Heuermann stood silently as the prosecution revealed information gathered from electronics, as well as a 6,000-page file for Amber Costello, one of his 4 alleged victims. An attorney for Heuermann saying he wants to look through all of this data to make sure there wasn't a, quote, lack of investigation on any potential leads. The next court date for Heuermann is scheduled for April.
A federal appeals court ruling Donald Trump does not have presidential immunity from his January 6th case. The federal election subversion case was brought by special counsel Jack Smith. Trump pleaded not guilty to 4 counts, including conspiracy to defraud the U.S. and to obstruct an official proceeding. Trump has argued he had presidential immunity and his conduct to overturn the election fell within his official duties. The ruling can be appealed directly to the Supreme Court.
Well, lawmakers will decide tonight whether to impeach the Homeland Security Secretary, but it's not clear at this point if House Republicans actually have enough support to do that. This as President Biden criticizes Republicans for vowing to block the Senate's bipartisan package on border reform and foreign aid. Here's Em Wind.
Tonight, Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas could become the first cabinet official impeached in almost 150 years.
Our border is an unbelievable disaster.
House Republicans accusing Mayorkas of willfully refusing to enforce immigration laws and of lying to Congress that the border is secure. If all House members are present, they can only lose 3 votes to pass the resolution, and 2, including Representative Tom McClintock of California, have already signaled there are no votes.
When you're an outlier on a subject, you better be damn sure you're right. I've looked at this pretty carefully.
Democrats have called the GOP's effort a political stunt.
Now they want to impeach a man for not doing his job when you didn't give him the resources to do it.
This vote comes as Mayorkas played a key role in negotiating the new Senate bipartisan border and foreign aid bill, which includes $20 billion for border security, $60 billion for Ukraine, and $14 billion for Israel. But the bill is on the brink of collapse after House Speaker Mike Johnson declared it dead on arrival in the House.
They sent us a supplemental funding proposal that has immigration reform, but not real border security reform.
This comes after former President Trump rallied Republicans against the bill.
All indications are this bill won't even move forward to the Senate floor. Why? A simple reason: Donald Trump.
A key test vote on the border bill initially set for Wednesday may be blocked or delayed. In the House, if Mayorkas is impeached, the Democratic-controlled Senate is certain to acquit him. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile.
Good evening, everyone. Hey, check this out. These are high temperatures across the country today. And how about this? 59 in St. Louis, Missouri, 55 Lincoln, Nebraska, and Minneapolis, 55 degrees. Up in Minnesota, some very warm air working its way through the nation's midsection up towards the Great Lakes. And the temperature trend over the next several days is for this to be working its way towards the northeast. So as we head into the weekend, yeah, we're going to be in for a nice warm-up coming our way. But in the meantime, well, temperatures are still, let's say, seasonably cool for this time of the year. It's 35 in Providence, and North Kingstown's 36 degrees, a little cooler down towards Newport, 31 there. If you're out around Falmouth, you're at 32 degrees with a few snow showers going on at the present time. But you can see the milder temperatures that are off to the west, and so this is going to slowly be translating in our direction because of high pressure, which is now over the eastern Great Lakes, is going to be working its way through the region. But until that can happen, we're still getting some ocean effect clouds. We saw those today. And if you were out through the Cape and the islands, you saw a little bit of snowflake activity this afternoon. Nothing that was sticking on the ground because it was daylight and the snowflakes were simply melting. But overnight tonight, there could be a little bit of a dusting here or there on the grassy surfaces. With the temperatures holding near freezing, might be one or two slick spots in untreated areas as well. So here's what's happening. The high pressure area is going to be drifting in our direction for tomorrow. So we will see a brighter sky here in Rhode Island, mainly in the afternoon. We have to start off with the morning clouds, but we'll see some sunshine breaking through the clouds for the afternoon. Then we go into Thursday, and a lot more sunshine coming our way, and temperatures getting a little bit better as well as the high begins to drift even further to the east. And then as we head into Friday, there'll be warmer air getting closer by. In fact, this warm front is going to work through Friday night. Could trigger a rain shower or two around, and that really gets us warm for the weekend. I'll show you that in the extended forecast in a moment. But let's take a close-up view as to what's going to happen locally here in the immediate future. It's going to stay mainly cloudy across the southeastern portions of New England overnight tonight. Temperatures will be in the upper 20s and low 30s. There will be some snow showers and flurries right along the east coast, especially anywhere from roughly about Norwell down to Plymouth and on to the Cape. Don't expect much. Temperatures will be maybe at or just above freezing as they're happening. So it'll be a lot of melting. They'll just simply go on. But overnight into daybreak tomorrow morning, could be a couple of lingering flurries there. We'll start off with clouds in the morning, but we'll start to have some brightening for the afternoon as we'll be heading into the upper 30s to near 40 degrees, and then we'll be clearing it all out tomorrow night and on into Thursday. So what to expect in terms of any snowfall if you happen to be under these ocean effect snow showers or flurries. Again, it's really just a dusting, if anything, mainly on grassy surfaces. But keep an mind out that any damp surfaces or wet areas that are not treated, they could potentially become just a little bit slippery here or there. All right, here we go. We are looking at that warming trend that is heading our way. We're going into the mid-40s for Thursday and Friday. A couple scattered light rain showers Friday night bring us into the 50s for the weekend as we're looking at the Super Bowl Sunday coming our way. And then finally cools back down a little bit next week.
Yeah, no weather issues for the big game. People can go to whatever party they want to and don't have to worry about snow or rain or anything getting in the way.
Looking good so far this year, yep.
And mild.
Yeah.
Very mild.
Very mild.
I said at 4 o'clock, shorts and t-shirt at this point.
Ooh, that's a little aggressive.
54, my son.
I mean, I'm tough and everything, but I don't think I have that club in the bag. 54, I don't know.
We'll see.
Maybe a t-shirt.
Yeah, I don't think I do it either. I'd hold off a little more.